Hi, everybody. I'm Scotty Gange. Rockies just fired their manager, Bud Black, over the weekend. It comes after their horrific 7-33 start to the season. Joining us live now is Ryan Spillborghs, a former player with the Rockies and team broadcaster. Ryan, lots of fans are seeing this as Buddy almost being the fall guy since the team is 7-33. Of course, he's not the guy at the plate, but he was fired yesterday after that poor start.
Yeah, so fans, they certainly feel that. I tend to agree too. Managers fall on the sword for poor play from players. I saw this myself when Clint Hurdle was fired in 2009. Player performance led to a coach getting fired, and this happens in all of sports, right? Performance, there has to be somebody on the totem pole that's going to wear it. In this case, it's Bud Black, but I do agree. When it comes to the organization and some of the flaws that are there, that isn't just on Bud Black. So there's a lot of things that this firing and what we've seen with the record, where I hope there's good that comes out of it. There's a lot of failure, and in failure you have chances to learn from it. So I hope organizationally they start taking this opportunity to really see why have they failed here beyond just player performance.
To go on player performance here, you said you were there, right, with Clint Hurdle. What can this maybe do in a clubhouse, in a locker room? Can it wake these guys up where today they might say, hey, we really got to figure this out. We just got our manager fired. Let's try to make some sort of adjustment and get better and try to win some more games.
No, it's not going to do that. It still comes down to personnel. You have to have quality players. That's the fact. That can you go from overnight having a manager and chasing pitches outside the strike zone to all of a sudden I got a new manager and I'm not going to chase anymore. It doesn't work that way. I will tell you though, the buzz within the clubhouse today, because it's not just Warren Schaefer who's getting the opportunity, and he earned an opportunity to manage at the major league level. But other coaches are feeling kind of like a buzz. It's like you have 5 prospects. When you get a new prospect to a team, there's a buzz to it. So you have a bunch of new coaches. Jordan Pacheco, former Rocky, he's here. Like, some guys have been elevated in position. So the coaching staff has a good buzz to it, and the players are feeling like the different energy that we have. So will that immediately translate into wins? No, because the flaws are still the flaws. But can things improve? Yes, I think things can improve.
You've mentioned the flaws of the flaws. This is a team that even their AAA squad, Ryan, is in last place. Where do you even start to try to get the Rockies back to where they were winning, 7, 8, 9 years ago?
I think it takes a lot of, looking in the mirror, seeing how other organizations are operating, find out where you're deficient. I've talked a lot about this on my radio show. Something that the Rockies could do, which is not going to hurt them, is to hire a third party to audit and see where are you at. There are some former Rockies front office people. A name I've thrown out is Thad Levine, was the president of baseball operations with the Minnesota Twins, walked away this offseason. Like, having somebody like that come in as an outside consultant to basically show you here's where you're deficient. That's been one of the the touching points for the Rockies, is that they are very loyal to the people within those walls. Unfortunately, in a division that is probably going to go down as historically one of the strongest divisions ever, the National League West, they haven't caught up to where the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks and the Padres and the Giants are. And I've seen that because I get to see and do a bunch of stuff outside of the Rockies organization, which allows me behind the curtains of other organizations. So it's a lot, right? Like, you fail for 3 consecutive years. Hopefully you take a look in the mirror and figure out, how can we improve? What do we have to do to catch up?
It is a lot. Ryan Spillborghs, thanks so much for the time.